Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. What's up with it, y'all? What's up with it? Welcome to Sports with Trek and Chubby, man. For y'all, the guys that's new here, make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel, man. It helps the channel grow, man. I do this here for free. If you feel like you want to support the channel, man, the Cash App is in the link below, man. If you feel like you want to support it, that definitely does help the channel grow. Helps me keep doing what I'm doing, man. The more y'all support, the more I'm gonna keep pumping out for y'all these videos. And make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel here, like, share, subscribe, man. That's a big deal, man. I appreciate all the support and love I'm getting from y'all out there, man. But we definitely about to get into some Pittsburgh Steelers talk. And the title of the video is The Steelers Prevail and Colorado Fails. So we definitely gonna get in that later. But we're gonna talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers and this win right now. Man, hey, the win wasn't pretty, but I like it. I like the win, man. I like the win. Look, Justin Fields came in, he started last minute type of deal, answered the call. He's been here before. This is not new territory to him. I think that he adds another dimension to this offense that makes the offense that much more dangerous. You have to account for Justin Fields when he is on the field as a runner. You have to. You just have to. You cannot take someone. You can't take an eye off him. You have to have a spy. He's going to free somebody up every time. I think our running game was okay today. I don't think it was bad. I'm not going to go as far as saying as it was bad or anything like that. Let me get this stuff pulled up here, man, so I can have more of a visual what I'm going with, because I know what time it is for me, man. I know how I be feeling. So as y'all can see here on the slide, just got my Steelers up there, me up there, the new cover and all that I got cracking. Y'all know what time it is. But we could get looking at some of these box scores and everything. The box score tells the whole story, man. I mean, it just does. I mean, Justin Fields 17 for 23, 156 yards. No interceptions, no touchdowns. That is a big deal. He took care of the ball today. That is a huge deal. We were able to get pressure on Kirk Cousins today. As we know, the Atlanta Falcons have not addressed that offensive line. It has not gelled together all the good that they thought it would be right now. And 16 for 26, 155 yards, one touchdown, and two interceptions. The only thing I would say about our team is that we have to capitalize off those interceptions. I know the last one was an end of the game type of deal, but we got to turn these turnovers into touchdowns, because our defense is going to provide that a lot this year. They're going to be able to provide us situations where we get in turnovers, strip sacks, interceptions, and we got to be able to turn those points and turn those interceptions or strip sacks, excuse me, into touchdowns, not just field goals. We need more than just field goals to be able to be competitive throughout the playoffs. Our defense is going to carry us. We see that happening. Najee Harris had 20 carries for 70 yards. Bijan Robinson had 18 carries for 68 yards. George Pickens led the team in receiving yards, 6 receptions, 85 yards. Ray McLeod for the Falcons, 4 receptions, 52 yards. Now, player stats. I can go into player stats all you want to, but I want to take a notice, because, like I said, you got to account for him. Justin Fields had 14 carries for 57 yards. The only thing I would say about Justin Fields is he's going to take carries away from another running back, like for instance, Cordell Patterson or Jalen Warren. Jalen Warren has been playing fantastic for us. Najee had 20 carries, and it makes Najee's carries may go down next week. Because the way that the culture is up there with our Pittsburgh Steelers is the fact that we try to instill, even in pros, and that's hard to do, a kind of a team mentality. It's about you in the pros, taking care of your body, your availability, so forth and so on. But when you have running backs that can all get it done, and that running back room comes together and say, okay, today, this week against the Falcons was Najee's week. It was Najee's game. Najee had the hot hand. Next week, it may be Cordell Patterson. A week after that, or next week, it may be Jalen Warren. And it seems to be working like that with the Steelers and with our team this year. It has to been seeming going that way. Now, as far as receiving goes, I think that we played it perfect. The tight ends are going to get a ton of work. I like that double tight look when Justin Fields is in the game. They're going to get a ton of work, because George Pickens is going to put pressure on the corners and the safety. Um, and I would just say that Van Jefferson, he had the one catch and that little bubble screen, and I thought that he should have been able to turn that into more yards. When you get opportunities like that, you got to turn it into something more than that. Darnell Washington, we got to get the ball in his hands more, man. Big body, big guy type of moving, but I definitely like what I seen out of Fire Move. Fire Move from George Pickens is putting pressure on those guys out there. We need some of these other receivers to step up, and I know that they can, and I know that they will. The defense played fantastic. I can't ask for much more out of our defense, especially for all the weapons that Atlanta has, and a veteran quarterback like Kirk Cousins doing what he did and being held to the stats that he was held to during that game. Now, total yards. This is a defense game at 270 total yards for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I love it. I don't care. A win is a win. A win is a win. I do not care how we got that. Obviously, we got to get that offense moving more. But what do you expect when you have a new offensive coordinator? I know this is the professional level, but this is what I've been trying to say about other college teams. This is a professional team, a team full of professionals, guys who have been on the field playing for the NFL, guys who are experienced, and yet and still you're seeing the results with our Pittsburgh Steelers, with my Pittsburgh Steelers, how a brand new OC being plugged in can have an effect on stats and so forth and so on, and how effective the offense is versus a defense, right? Um, and it shows. I mean, we had 133 passing yards total, 137 rushing yards. I like that. I definitely like that, even though, a lot of that came from Justin Fields and Najee getting busy. Najee had 20 carries. I'm not really going to complain about that. And then when we held the Falcons to 89 rushing yards under 100, I love that. Also, 137 passing yards, and they had a total of 226 yards. I don't care what you say and how you want to talk about our team, to hold a veteran quarterback like Kirk Cousins with the weapons that Atlanta has. That shows a lot about our Pittsburgh Steelers. I hope that we can keep on continuing down this same path and that everybody stays healthy, because if they do, we will be a very dangerous team. And this is what I've been trying to tell people. No, I don't think we're going to go 14-3 or, I mean, have a 14-4 type of season, but I do believe that we are a very competitive playoff team, and maybe even further. I would like to see that moving on in the future. But we had 16 first downs. The Falcons had 15. A third down efficiency, we was 8 for 17. The Falcons were 2 for 9. Great defense. Like I said, we were 0 for 1 fourth down efficiency. We got to convert those. Those are important to get through. The Falcons had made their fourth down conversion. We had a total of 66 plays. We had the ball for 10 minutes more than the Falcons did. We controlled the clock. We had 9 penalties for 60 yards. That cannot happen. We played a very sloppy game against the Atlanta Falcons, and yet we still came out with the W. We gave them chance after chance. We had 2 sacks allowed, and so did they. But the pressures was there. Obviously, we only punted the ball 3 times in the game, and I'm not mad at that, yo. I'm not mad at that. We played a great game, dog. I'm cool with that. We showed some improvement, but we gotta be more disciplined when it comes to those penalties and when it comes to moving the ball for our offense. Now, I like Justin Fields at quarterback, man. I love Justin Fields at quarterback. I just think he adds another dimension to the offense. Like I said earlier in the video, man, you gotta account for the guy. He'll open up downfield plays. They're gonna have to keep an eye on a Calvin Austin, definitely, because he's so fast. Van Jefferson brings the veteran leadership to the wide receiver room, but I want to see some of these other guys step up, man, and I'm sure they will. Roman Wilson, Scotty Miller, I'm sure they will as the season progresses, and we'll probably see a lot more of Austin. But I honestly like the 2 tight end set because they're going to get a ton of work. Fryermuth was clutch like always. George Pickens is clutch like always. He's damn near unguardable. I hope that we could keep him in Pittsburgh because he's just one of those ones at receiver when it comes down to it. Like, he's a problem at his position. And I'm happy with the win that I got from the Pittsburgh Steelers for our Steelers today. However, I do think that we have a lot to work on the offense, and I think that'll come in time. I mean, look, it was almost like a last minute thing, like for him to prepare to be able to run the offense, and the chemistry that they got to have. You know, him being in the Arthur Smith system, a new system, a new city. I think that for us to get a W out of the situation when you're looking at it as a whole and everything that has to go to do with it, I think that's a good win, man. And say what you want about the Atlanta Falcons. I think that they were missing a quarterback from a lot of their games last year. I think the Atlanta Falcons could have easily won five. I think they had like 5 or 6 games last year that were like one position games. And they probably, it was a lot of play with the quarterback. And I know a lot of people took a lot of flack from their defense, but you can go look up their defense, and their defense was in the middle of the pack with the NFL. Yeah, they struggled with pass rush and other couple other things, but their offense was moving. And I think that the Falcons will play a lot better. And people may be saying, well, you lost to Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, we're a lot better. We're a lot better than people giving us credit for out there. Looking at our schedule this year, they're saying the Steelers ain't gonna do nothing, and the Cincinnati Bengals are supposed to win our division. And I was trying to tell everybody before when I seen them, I'm like, I don't agree with that because today's show, I mean, for the Patriots to only be able to win 3 games, according to CBS and a lot of other major networks, for them to come out and beat Joe Burrow and the Bengals. And I was telling everybody, them missing Joe Mixon is huge. Joe Mixon opened up a lot for that offense. It is different for them Cincinnati Bengals, and to install a new running back in that system, I don't care who it was, and replace Joe Mixon. That was huge for them. And now everybody sees that today. But shout out to myself because I've been said that. And yes, I'm going to take the credit for saying that because I did. Go watch the other videos. And they lost to the Patriots today, and that's huge, man. That's huge for us. The Ravens dropped 1 game. Now the Bengals dropped the game, and that puts us sitting right where we should be in our division and where I thought we should be. I thought the Bengals needed a lot more work, but I mean, look, man, we got a lot to work on with that offense to get that offense running smoother. We got to figure out. We have different sets, so we can hit teams with a lot of different sets. We could put Justin in the shotgun and the pistol. We could line up 3 wide receivers. You know, we could line up double tight ends. We could line up, could line up 12 personnel. We could go 21. We could do it all, man. And I'm loving it. I am loving the way that we are looking. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We can go 11, 12 personnel and kill people. Literally, with our offense and our quarterback. And this is just what I was talking about with Justin Fields. This is just a glimpse. This is just a small glimpse of what Justin Fields is going to be able to provide once they take the safety belt off of him. They were able to, put a little, they put him in a car seat today. I'm not going to lie. They babysat him a little bit today, making sure that he was able to take care of the ball and he made the right decisions. And as long as he does that and keeps on doing that and playing efficient and doing what he does and just playing his ball, he will be right back up there with the upper echelon of quarterbacks as he should be anyhow, in any way. He's just that guy, man. Believe in Justin Fields, y'all. I like our win today. And I can't wait to keep seeing our team keep on performing and doing what we're doing for the Pittsburgh Steelers organization, man. Big win, y'all. Feel good. Feel good about the win, y'all. Feel good about it. There's a lot to feel good about it, I'm telling you.